Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you like my sweater. I know y'all can see it a little bit better on Instagram and TikTok and a little bit of the top at the YouTube channel, but I got it at TJ Maxx a few weeks ago. And even though nothing in my closet fits me, I was determined. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to sausage myself into this sweater. So, it's fitting as well as it can. Hopefully next Valentine's Day, it will fit even better. I hope you are having an amazing day. I mean, what better day for Valentine's Day to come on a Friday? If you don't have a significant other, I hope you have people in your life that you love, no matter if that's a relationship, a friendship, children, neighbors, coworkers that have become like family, or obviously family. So anyways, I hope you're feeling the love with all the chumpettes here. So yes. Good, Raquel, because I love pink so much. Raquel says pink suits you, Sarah. I mean, last night I told y'all that I was at a Galentine's event. It was so fun. But there was most of the people we all knew, but there was no, this wasn't at the Galentines. I was sitting there going, wait a minute. Yesterday at the training that I was at in the morning, the youth mental health first aider training that I was at as being a mentor, there was a redhead there, and I was sitting behind her and I could see her beautiful hair. Well, you've been around long enough, you know that I am an original redhead. I was born with orange hair. I will try to find that baby picture of me at 7 months old to prove it. I mean, and then at like age 2, it went white. So now it's just kind of a mixture of gray and a little bit of, reddish, whatever. But she had the prettiest red hair on with this brown outfit. I was just like, oh my gosh. But she had brown boots, a brown outfit. And I was thinking, that is why I'm blonde. Like I am way more into the pastels than I am the warm, fall, autumn brown tones. It looked so much better on her beautiful redhead. So I'm so glad I became a blonde as I turned 2 years old. Anyways, we are going to go see the same movie that Jeff is seeing. Yes, we are seeing that Heart movie, the scary, funny movie tonight. And also one of my kids is going on a date to see that movie. So I won't say anything about that because I really do try to keep my own personal mom life a little bit out of my little reality TV world, but Sarah from Texas world, but that's really cute. We are going to a completely different theater than them. So don't even worry about that, but it's so cute to see them, how excited they are. As y'all know, I've got 2 in high school and 3 away at college. So one of my daughters flew into, town not town, a couple hours away, into Austin to visit her boyfriend for Valentine's and to celebrate their 2-year dating anniversary. So anyways, another one has her boyfriend's fraternity Valentine's party to go to. And anyway, so love is in the air. As much as I do not like the cold weather, I am hoping I end up in the hot tub tonight with my husband because that just sounds so relaxing. And I didn't share with y'all, when I was walking into that training yesterday morning, I had on these shoes they're all flat. It's like it's a heel, but it had like a little bit of a lift to it, like a platform sandal, if you will. I'm walking in just fine. Of course, not drinking, not drunk, nothing. And I slipped. It's like my sandal went to the side and I went down and this lady was there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was so freaking embarrassed. But today when I woke up, I noticed my foot hurts. And my right foot and my left knee. And I'm like, I knew why the knee hurt. It just took a little bit for it to start hurting. I had forgotten that I fell and that I had this huge bruise on the side of my foot, of my right foot. So I think the hot tub will actually feel very, very good. So yeah, do y'all have Valentine's Day plans? Do you do anything? I mean, I've been married almost 25 years. I'm probably the least romantic girl in the world. Gifts are not my love language. I don't know. I actually, barked at him yesterday. I'm like, and don't get me almonds because you always get me M&M chocolate almonds for everything. And I was like, oh my God, like how freaking rude am I? Like literally. if he barked at me like that, I'd be like, well, fuck you. I won't get you anything ever. But of course, that's not what he told me. So anyways, I'm not super into Valentine's Day either. I mean, it's just, I mean, I like wearing a little sweater, but it's just not really my thing. Thank you. Lisa Lewis is like, y'all are all saying happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I love it. Happy Valentine's Day to all the great people on here. XOXO. Oh, Kimberly. Oh, she's not a fan of Valentine's Day. It was my mother's birthday and she's in heaven now. So, well, I hope you had a lovely, relationship with your mom to make you have lots of good memories while you did have her. Oh, I love that. We did spaghetti tacos too from that TV show. Oh gosh, what was that TV show? Gosh, my kids would know it. Anyways, we did the spaghetti tacos. You mix it all together and put it in a hard taco shell. Kimberly says spaghetti tacos for my kids like when they were little. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And iCarly, yes. Thank you, Kimberly. iCarly. I love that. Anyways, tomorrow night, so I did go to the Galentines last night. We had so much fun. The food was really good. I put up a bunch of pictures on my Instagram stories, and I won. Singo bingo. I won like this beautiful, I think it was a Scentsy hand cream. No, what was the hand cream from? I don't know what the hand cream was from, but you cannot have enough hand cream travel containers for my purse. I love them so much. And then it also won a Scentsy hanger off my mirror. So I love those too. So that was a super fun Galentines. We took pictures. There was prizes. We sang at Singo Bingo. It's so fun. Like I said, I won one of the games. And then tomorrow night, I have another Galentines. 5 of us are going to get together and we are going to dinner. And then we are going to see Entitled Housewife live in concert, Becky Robinson. So I had seen her TikTok videos before she came on Jeff Lewis Live, but now I really like her. And I swear to you, I've learned of so many comedians from Jeff Lewis Live that I wouldn't have known about before, and I've gone to see them. So I've flown to see Fortune Feimster in LA. I think it was LA, Irvine maybe. In Houston, Zach Noe Towers came, so I got a group of us together. We went to dinner and saw Zach Noe Towers. I'm sure there's more, but I'm forgetting them. I love a comedian, so I'm so excited to see Becky Robinson. She apparently does like half the show is Becky Robinson, and then she changes into the Entitled Housewife at the end. So I just thought it would be a super fun. A lot of us, we have a big couples group, a three person couples group. So 6 of us end up going to a lot of comedians together. But this one I just thought would be fun as a girls' night. So I'm super excited for that. Okay. So much to chat about. Make sure you're tapping the screen over on TikTok. Wait, y'all are not. Why is this not letting you tap the screen? It's not letting me tap the screen on TikTok anywhere. I don't know what's going on either over there. Anyways, maybe y'all left and went over to YouTube. Oh, good. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon says, I love the extra podcasts you're doing and the guests you're having on. Hope you keep doing them. I will. 2025 is the year to expand and do fun things. Talk about more than just the reality TV and celebrity news that we do on Reality Water Cooler live at 4 p.m. every day. But I will still always do that. I mean, until I don't do it, right? But I've been doing extra podcasts called Ask Sarah from Texas. And of course, the beginning of the new year, I'm focused on anything that I want to listen to and learn about. So nutrition. This morning, I had Corinne from That Stuff Nutrition on, talked about detoxing and fasting and other stuff. It was so good. So go check that out. And everything is all in one place. Everything goes up as a replay on Sarah from Texas podcast on YouTube. And everything can be found everywhere you get your podcast at Sarah from Texas. So I make it very simple for us, right? Okay, let's chat Dolores. Not Dolores. Let's chat Nicole, Ryan, and Doug Budin. We're on the first hour. And then we've got some breaking news, sort of, from Dolores and Paul on the other one. I didn't watch any TV last night because I was gone. Then I had to go pick up my groceries from Walmart. So I did make a video for like advice to new moms. So go like that video, go comment on that. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, she gave me $10 to have a refreshing drink on me. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wait, don't go in the hot tub? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hannah, don't go in the hot tub with your foot. Ice it or it will continue to be inflamed and get painful. Oh, that actually makes sense. Can I kick one leg out? It's just my toe. It's just the side of my foot. Let me see. Hold on. Hold, please. Let me look at my foot. Oh, yeah. So it's the side of my pinky up to my toe. So it's like that much on the side of my foot. I don't think y'all can see this, and nobody needs to see these toes right now. I need a pedicure. But okay. I hate cold weather anyways, even in a hot tub. So maybe, maybe I won't do that, but maybe I will. Anyways, okay. Nicole Ryan back on for a third time. Like, I don't know that we needed a third time. Doug Budin. They talk about Doug Budin, how much he loves his mom. And I absolutely think he does. But I did think today was kind of funny. In the past, it's kind of gotten a little old with like Jeff talking about him wanting to like hurt his mom and poison her like he talked about today. But at the end of the day, I know that Jeff is joking and it's just his 12-year-old boy humor coming out, right? And probably jealous. I mean, think about it. He lost his mom. First of all, he sort of lost his mom in a way to divorce because he ended up living with his dad. And then he lost his mom literally at 18 years old to cancer. So, he's been without his mom as he's almost 55 years old, double nickels. And Doug still has his 88-year-old mom who lives in New York. So they are flying together back from New York to LA together today. So I love that she is healthy enough to do that. I love that she wants to. I love that she still walks 4 to 5 miles a day in New York in Central Park. Like, that is so wonderful. And I think that Jeff is just teasing, obviously, that Doug is, wanting her to pass away just to get, the art in the apartment and all the other things. Okay, we got a little more info on the first hour and the second hour. I do wonder how much Jeff is going to end up talking about this new boyfriend, Ty, because he said Ty is much shyer, like he's not really interested in being the limelight. Jeff is not following him. Ty is not following him back. I don't know who he is. I don't give a shit to look up who he is, but Jeff did admit that the chumps have already found him, already DM'd him, already saw him at, was it an airport or somewhere? Where did they see him? Like, what would even make you, like, I see people like sleuth out and figure out who's in Dallas, and I don't know what they do. Reverse, take a picture. I don't know how they figure out who Ty is, Jeff's boyfriend. But somehow they did, and they had figured that out. I mean, the Chicago guy announced his Instagram on whatever, and then DM'd me first. So that's why I responded to him, is he DM'd me first, literally. So that guy, I think, clearly wanted to be in the spotlight or was okay with it. This guy, Ty, doesn't seem interested in it at all. So I am curious how this is going to go. He is super into working out, which I think Jeff probably loves the body results of that. He went on a 4.5-mile run at the gym. Then he did a 7-mile walk to and from the restaurant. Now, it's cold in New York. I thought it was like snowing also. Maybe the snow stopped. I don't know. He does. Allison says he sounds the opposite of Stu. Stu was, that's one of the things, and obviously I got to know Stu really well and respect him. That's one of the things that were really good about Jeff and Stu. Stu didn't mind, even when it was super negative and super, teasing about pissing on the bathroom floors, things like that. That Stu didn't mind being in the limelight. He sort of knew where that came. He had already done TV shows. He is an author and all that kind of stuff. So that was a really good mesh for them. And Jeff likes it when he can go out with someone and, Jeff's going to be bombarded by fans, and he loves to be bombarded by fans. So he's going to be chatting with people, and he wants somebody that he said Ty has proven that he can be like, because they've been out in public already at the roundup I think they've been at the roundup, but they also met at some bar across the street. So I almost wonder if Ty knew who Jeff Lewis was, or somebody knew who he was. Did he just happen to be out? Like, I feel like he's told us that he knew who Jeff Lewis was. That doesn't mean he was looking for him, but clearly We know I've never surprised Jeff and just shown up anywhere. I just don't do that. That's not my jam. But we do know that Chump listeners do show up and assume, even if Jeff doesn't announce it, they will make restaurants at that restaurant, Nick and Sam or whatever in Dallas, because y'all DM me and tell me, for one thing. So y'all do try to surprise Jeff and see him whenever he's out. And then sometimes he flat out announces it and says, look, I'll be at this restaurant at 6 p.m. tonight. You know, I'm going to make an appearance at the Delta Lounge. I mean, he makes it clear whenever he does want to be seen, it seems. But he says that he's really trying to protect Ty, and I don't know how well that's going to go with it. Also, the drinking thing. I don't think it should be an issue. My husband drinks socially. I really don't at all. It's never been an issue for us at all. It does seem to bother Jeff that Ty doesn't drink, or that he just kind of sips on one drink for a couple of hours and Jeff's like on his third or fourth. So there's some people that stuff bothers. I have friends over the years that has bothered, that I wasn't a drinker. And then my closest friends now, as you start weeding people out as you get older, right? They don't give a shit at all. First of all, I'm a fantastic designated driver. So my Suburban fits 7 of us in there. I can fit all the drunk, happy moms in my car, and I am just fine with that. It doesn't make me feel any better or worse about myself that my friends are drinking and having a good time and that I'm not. Like, that just doesn't bother me. But some people definitely that affects them. Sorry, trying to close my door real quick. So about ChumpCon, I see y'all talking about it. Let me read this real quick. We talked about that yesterday. Heather said, Rick and Kelly announced that they were on the 2nd tier list, but we're celebrating today that they've now been invited. What's going on with the 1st tier group? Okay, we'll chat about that, Heather. So on today, a caller called in, basically saying, look, I bought my ticket. I'm so excited. I didn't get the first dibs on the, whatever it was, the $500 tickets, but I did get these tickets. What are you doing? And Jeff said he did. I don't know how to word this. He must have taken away, he said released, but he must have taken some of the unsold VVIP and VIP, a combination or either or of those, and made 100 of those general admission seats that are going to have preferred seating. So it is going to cost more. I think they will probably be sitting in the VVIP or the VIP areas. I have no idea. I'm not going. But I think what's confusing, well, that's what it is. I think it's confusing. So I think a lot of people just don't understand. Like, I think the whole thing has been a little bit confusing with the information, how to buy the tickets, what comes with this thing, what comes with that. Is this one an a la carte? Is this one not? Then things are changing. When Kelly Dodd kind of added to the mix yesterday, talking about he's changing the prices and, making them cheaper, then everyone got riled up because they're like, look, I already paid X amount for this ticket. I do not want to hear that Jeff Lewis is now offering the same ticket at a lower price. But let's face it, it's a business deal. ChumpCon is going to be a blast. Anyone that is going or decides to go is going to have so much fun. It is Las Vegas. It is a lot of the chumps. It's the chumps, but more than that, it's the fans. Like, you were going to have so much fun. If you get you get out of it what you put into it. Like, I put my whole heart and soul into everything I do. My dad taught me not to do anything half-assed. So I really don't do anything half-assed. But I want to meet people. I want to make the most of it. So I'm going to join a Facebook group, the Sarah from Texas Facebook group, and I'm going to post, hey, I'm going. Anyone flying out from Chicago, let's make the same flight. What hotel are you staying at? There's 3 different hotels there. Some people have met already. Shout out. They become friends already at these events, and they are rooming together. Like, they feel good enough to room together. They chat on the phone. They become friends. So I love that. But Kelly Dodd's name was now added to ChumpCon. So at this point, Jeff admits, look, it's not all sold out. This budget of this idea of having 25 chumps paid, it's favored nation, so everyone is paid the same amount. He had mentioned Rick and Kelly a while back, and then they weren't on the latest list. And so she kind of complained about that on her show yesterday. Now she was listed. So now on her show, y'all are telling me in comments that they announced this morning that Rick and Kelly are both going, because she said yesterday they're a pair. Maybe she's the only one that's getting paid, and Rick agreed that he would come for free. So maybe he's just coming along for free. So basically, it's all about money, which I get. He really wants this to be awesome for everybody, but he needs to sell the tickets to invite more chumps. So the more tickets that he sells at the prices they initially agreed upon, the X amount of VVIP, which was 100, the 150 VIP, the general admission, the a la cartes, all that. If they sold all that out, he was thinking, oh, now I can do 25 chumps. Now I think he's at 15 or 18, right? I didn't count them whenever. But if you listen to today's show, the first hour, I think it was, Shane did read off all the lists. At the very end, you heard Kelly Dodd. And I was like, wait, she got up there. Oh, Michael Riley says Kelly grifted up an invitation. Well, it's kind of what she did. Y'all know the story of how she and Rick got invited the same day as the Irvine event in the Newport event, right? Some fans that were staying at the same hotel that I was, they ran into them out shopping and were like, oh, we're here for the Jeff Lewis live show. And they're like, wait, what Jeff Lewis live show? Kelly and Rick knew nothing of it. Well, then all of a sudden she's FaceTiming Jeff going, hey, why aren't I invited? And then they were invited. So anywho, okay. So somebody asked a question about something and I missed it. Heather says, you're so sweet, Sarah, to say so, but I just feel that his now guests and show are such a different vibe. Yeah. We've been talking about that for months. We don't know. Michael Riley today, he still said he doesn't have insurance, right? Does it get canceled if you don't have insurance? Do you just pay a lot of extra money if you don't get insurance? I have no idea. I mean, y'all heard me. Lincoln the Golden says he really thought that the event was going to sell out the first day. I kind of thought it was, because it's only 500 tickets total. And I kind of thought the rich chumps would suck it up and do it. I'm not going to give my advice because he didn't ask for it and I'm not going anyway. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I have notes. I would have given Jeff some very respectful opinions and advice as a fan who loves getting together for Jeff Lewis live events. I would have given him a little bit different guidance on maybe what he got from Michael Beck. I don't know. Anywho, but he knows my number. He can call me if he gives a shit to hear who cares now? It's already mid-January. The event is, 2 months away, April 11th through 13th in Las Vegas. So anyways, go to JL Jeff Lewis. If you want to buy the tickets, it is laid out in his link tree, although Jeff has no idea what a link tree is. I figured out what a link tree was on my own a week before he put one up. So I love that Jeff and I both, Shane figured out his link tree. Anyways. Okay. So which chump has called Jeff and said, why wasn't I hired for ChumpCon? How awkward. I mean, can you imagine? And Jeff has big balls, but I promise you, as much as it seems like he thrives on confrontation and he says that, I really don't think he liked this confrontation. I cannot figure out who it was. All I know is, to be clear, he said it's somebody that complained to Michael Beck, complained to Annie, his social media girl, and Kelly Dodd. So it's got to be someone, Michael Beck and Annie, I understand that. Thank you, Kelly, for the $5 thing. Thank you so much. I'm going to put up the other one too. Thank you. Kimberly's $10 one. Thank you so much, y'all. I don't know. It's got to be somebody that also talks to Kelly Dodd, who is on the list, which, by the way, y'all think I'm obsessed. Somebody sent me a picture a week or two ago of a spreadsheet that somebody had posted in Reddit. And it was, VVIP at this price plus the fees, equals this. VIP for this price, the general admission for this, the brunch tickets for this, the pool party tickets for this, the carry. my head was spinning. I took one look at that and said, oh my goodness, somebody's got a lot of time on their hands, and it's not me. So some of y'all are way more obsessed over this than me. So who can figure out the tie between Michael Beck, Annie, and Kelly Dodd? Because Kelly Dodd's the one I'm trying to think. Who would complain to Kelly Dodd? Because you know that girl is going to say it on her show or tell Jeff Lewis. Now, also, Michael Beck is going to tell. So why would you, when everything went on with, when everything went down with Justin Martindale of it all, Michael Beck and Annie, wait, not Justin Martindale. Which was the other latest feud? Who did he say? Somebody complained to Michael Beck and Annie, and Jeff, clearly they told her about it. Was that the Justin Martindale thing? Ugh, I'm getting it all mixed up. Anyways, I can't figure out who it is that he's complaining, that says is complaining, but one clue he did give is that he's gotten feedback from the fans that person is not super outgoing to them. Ooh, I don't think so. It's not a terrible guess, but Lala Kent is not a regular chump, so I don't feel like she would have been invited at all, especially with having a newborn baby. Sherry says, could it have been Lala Kent? I don't think so. I wondered about Jade too, but I wondered how interesting that Jade would pretty much get all that shitstorm going about Justin Martin. Yes, okay, Jade is the one that complained to Michael Beck. And Michael Beck told, and then Zach Noe Towers, and then they both told Jeff. Okay, so Michael Raleigh thinks it could be Jade, but would Jade talk to Kelly Dodd? Michael says, Kelly acts like she talks to a lot of these people that I don't believe she does. I don't know. Anyways, Shannon is filming, so she's got a conflict with Real Housewives of OC, so she's not one. Beverly says, who needs to check that badly? I mean, I bet it's good money. But he was also basically implying that the person was basically saying, look, I've been to other events where you paid X amount and we had a lot less work. So think about it. It is 2 or 3 days-ish, counting traveling, of work. So basically anything else you do, you can't book another job. If you've got other commitments, you can't do it. You can usually do the Jeff Lewis live show. That's an hour and a half of your day, and you're paid $500, and you can go on and do everything else. So Tamra Judge, I just don't feel like those are regular. That's a good guess. Where's Tamra Judge in relations to her friend? Anyways, okay. Oh, goodness. Michael Riley said, Jade's a bossy bitch. Sounds like a move she tried to muscle in on Ryan's show. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of who it would be. Because I've been to so many of his live events. I'm thinking of anyone. No one's ever not been friendly to me. I mean, do I love Kelly Dodd? No. Have I ever asked to take a picture with her? No. 0 times have I asked to take a picture with her. I don't think it's Sarah Colonna because she's still on the show every freaking week. So I feel like, and is she listed as one of the names? Maybe she's not listed. Ryan, I don't think Ryan Bailey would have the balls or the disrespect to call Jeff up and say that. I think a lot of people might say things behind his back or to each other, but I've met Ryan a few times and I just don't get a vibe from him that he would do that and he would shoot himself in the foot. So I don't know. Sarah says Sarah Colonna doesn't need the money. Yeah, I mean, that girl's rolling in dough. Literally, she is, what do they call it? She is rich. You know what I mean? Okay, Ryan Bailey is on the list, so he doesn't need to call and ask. Sarah says, I feel like it's a female. Yeah, I can see that. I just cannot think of who it could be. Oh, is MJ? Oh, is MJ on the list? Yes, I feel like MJ is on the list, and so is Reza. Well, I got to get this list together. Nikki Haskell, don't feel like she's a regular either. I feel like he's really having his regulars on. John Hill, I don't feel like would have the balls to do that. And I think John Hill would just love to be invited. And, you know, he's always looking for money. So I don't know. Y'all keep guessing. Even if you're listening as a replay, hit the comments. Let me know who you're thinking that the chump is that's complaining to Jeff. Okay, so like I said, he does hope to hire 25 chumps, but he thinks at this point it's probably going to be around 20 or so. Right now it's 15 or 18. I don't know. I didn't count it. He seemed super genuine though. And I have actually talked to him about why he doesn't sell virtual tickets. He doesn't do that. He knows the money he can make on that. I mean, people all over the world could buy a virtual ticket to one of his shows or this ChumpCon, right? He can make so much more money. He is really keen on those events and being respectful of people that took the time to fly in, spend their money, get away from their job, get away from their family, whatever, and come to see ChumpCon. So he really likes for those events to stay private. That's why he asked me to take down some videos one time whenever I'd posted some videos, because they had not asked. And trust me, everyone in front of me was videoing. There's no way Jeff didn't see everyone's cameras up. But he also realized I'm his only fan account. I mean, people come, if you're going to look for Jeff Lewis material or something happens, people are coming to Sarah from Texas, let's face it, because nobody else chats Jeff Lewis like I do. So he's well aware that those videos were getting seen by a lot of people, and he wanted to make it clear that he wanted to keep the integrity of his show only for people that were at the live event. They kind of paid for that experience and got that experience. Ooh, could it be Christina Hawk? No, I feel like it's somebody he already has I feel like it's somebody that's been to an event. Patty Stanger's not a terrible guess, even though she is not a regular. She's been on for so many times. You know what I mean? Thank you, Krista. She's like, amen. This is the home of Jeff Lewis chat. I mean, when I had the idea to do this in June of 2022, it's because I wanted to chat it and nobody else was doing it. So if somebody else wants to take over this job, oh, for fuck's sake, you can take the $23 a month that I make on Instagram Reels, right? I mean, it's a lot of hard work and you're going to get your ass handed to you on a platter every single day by a bunch of liars. But other than that, it's a fun gig. So that's the reason I even started, is because I wanted to chat all my TV shows and Jeff Lewis live with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, y'all are really coming at Kelly Dodd in the comments. Okay. So we'll try to figure that out. But Jeff clearly, this is his baby. I mean, he's got to be, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm with him. I really thought it was going to sell out first day or a lot quicker. I thought people were telling me they were going to put their stuff on credit cards or cancel this vacation so they could do this. I think the confusion about some of the things, Dr. Donna, he doesn't even follow her anymore. We've talked about that lately. Mary says, does it seem like Dr. Donna is gone? Yeah, he doesn't follow her on Instagram. And yet he follows the other lady that he's only had on twice, the one that doesn't even live here. So, yeah. Oh my God, Sarah, my heart. Sarah says, I came here for Jeff Lewis, but I stayed for Sarah in the Chumpettes. I'm sorry. That really makes me so happy to hear. That's so sweet. We have gotten so lucky by having such an amazing community. Y'all back me up when other people are saying false things about me. And, we are way more than just chatting reality TV and Jeff Lewis. So thank you. That was very sweet. Okay. On the second hour was Dolores Catania and Paul Connell, who really can't talk New Jersey anymore because New Jersey is on pause. But, it opens up the show, and I've met Dolores and Paul. And they were so nice and so down to earth. So when I was in New York City for that $10,000 dinner that I was invited to, I made a little meetup with, I said, hey, anyone else in New York want to come meet up, listen to the show? I, of course, let Jeff and Shane know because I'd just been to dinner. I said, hey, look, just so you know, some fans and I are going to sit in the coffee restaurant inside the SiriusXM building that is public and listen to the show. And then afterwards, we were somewhere and somebody was texting him. I think, anyway, somebody that was with our group was messaging him about something. Because I think they did come and see us, like Shane and Jeff and Dolores and Paul were the guests on the show that day. So they were so, so nice and took pictures and everything. But they opened the show because apparently Jeff didn't end hour one, like, professionally the way Jameson wanted him to, and I'm like, I didn't even notice, like, I'm not here to I get that it's Jameson's job, he's the senior producer, so I understand that, but I didn't even know, didn't even notice it, but he made it a point to end it correctly at the end of the second hour. Okay, so they do talk Traitors season 3 because Dolores is on it. We won't know how long she's there, but she did say that she was there for quite a while. She said she loved it. Uh, she said there's a bodyguard outside the room 24/7. I mean, whatever this show is, don't forget that MJ, it's super secretive, right? Um, when Dorinda was on recently, thank you over on TikTok. Is it still not letting y'all like the live? I have no idea why it's not letting y'all like the live on TikTok, but thank you for the gift over there. I appreciate it. Is it Gina? Anyways, Dolores, I mean, Dorinda was absolutely not going to talk any secrets. I mean, it seemed like, Doug was trying to let some stuff out that MJ had told us when she was on from season 1. She's the one that let it spill that they actually put you away in a hotel room. You just come to the castle every morning as if you woke up from there, but you don't actually stay in the damn castle. So they definitely don't want that information out there and are very secretive about it all. Jeff did mention, again, this is something else oh, y'all are so funny. Heather says, are your thumbs up broken? Yes, go hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much. I don't think he will. Jen Helen says, I really want Jeff to go on Traitors, but it sounds like he never will. I think he needs to see dollar signs, big, fat dollar signs. Also, the man doesn't like to travel much. Like, he is not going to Scotland. I think they do every season in Scotland, right? So I don't know. Okay, so Jeff talked about having a baby reindeer, which means like a stalker. And no, calm your tits. He is not talking about me. He is very clear. I am not a stalker to him at all. I'm wondering if it's the same. I don't think he wanted to give any chatter about it, just to know, because that probably feeds the person. But remember a few weeks ago or a month ago, he had talked about a guy. He definitely said it was a guy that I think was trying to go out with him. And Jeff was trying to be very clear, like, oh, I just don't think it's going to work, whatever. He said the guy just keeps on. So he hasn't really given any details, but it does sound like it's definitely something on his brain. You know what I mean? I mean, y'all know the running joke. I mean, Michael Riley says Jeff loves a good stalker. I don't think he likes a real stalker. So remember, whenever I started listening to this, to Jeff Lewis Live more regularly, when I finally figured out the app in the fall of 2021, he was joking about wanting a stalker. He was like, gosh, I haven't had a stalker in so long. So in June of 2022, when I started going live, which I DM'd Jeff, asked permission to do a recap of his radio show. He said, absolutely, go for it. I think it's fun. So I did that, but my name was different. It was about being a mom. It was 4 girls and a boy. So when I changed the name to something else, I did Jeff Lewis Stalker. I also DM'd Jeff and asked him, thank y'all for the gifts over on TikTok. Hey, thank you, Gina. So I asked him if that was okay. He said, oh my God, I think it's funny. Do it. Well, some of the lovers who I had immediately from day one, trust me, we don't need a recap. We already listened to the show. Well, hello, 2.5 years later, clearly we do need a Jeff Lewis Live chat recap. And he ended up having one on his show for a while, right? With Brandy and Julie. Anyways, but I eventually changed it to Jeff Lewis Obsessed to be a little bit calmer, and then eventually just to change it to Sarah from Texas. That way I can chat about anything that I want, right? But it does sound like it's somebody that is causing him grief, and that he's probably just not trying to give much, talking about it, right? Because that just fuels these people. That's exactly what they want, for sure. Wait, what did he say? I'm not watching Traitors, and I probably won't make time for it. I am so invested in Southern Hospitality season 3. Christina says Scumdival said the worst thing at breakfast. Okay, is Mabu back on here? Somebody said, Mabu, we love you. Krista. Is she back? Oh my gosh, I hope so. You'll know earlier this week, she let us know when we were live that somebody said something mean or something to her, but I haven't heard from her at all. I have no idea how to reach her. I don't DM with her. And if she's DM'd me in the past, I can't think of what that Instagram is to try to pull it up. So anyways, I've been worried about her and hoping she's okay. Okay. Yeah, she's not on. Mabu came out and no. Oh, Darla says, Mabu, come out wherever you are. Exactly. Okay. Everybody is on this weight loss shot. As you know, I started my tirzepatide. I did Wegovy for a month. Great. I started tirzepatide, the compounded version, last night. I've had 0 side effects, no faint headache. I'm not crazy with my appetite suppression. It's like normal, which is great. I am loving the tirzepatide though. It's a little more doctory. Like the Wegovy, all the brand names come in the pre-filled shot. So you literally just take a cap off, put it in, 5 seconds, you're done. This one, you got to like put a needle in, pull up the vial. I mean, it was a little more medical. So my husband happily grabbed a chunk of fat from my belly and shot it in for me last night. But anyways, Margaret admitted she's on semaglutide the other day. She said she'll never go off of it. Dolores also has been very honest. Dolores, she might have been, who was the first housewife that admitted on Watch What Happens Live? I was definitely watching. Yes, Sherry, we'll talk about that, but if we have time at the end, let me know in general in comments if you want me to talk about the weight loss medicine or if you want me to keep that for my just regular whatevers, or maybe we'll do a special podcast. I never know how much y'all want to hear about other stuff outside of reality water cooler. So, but yes, I would love to tell you why I switched, Sherry. Okay. I feel like it was Dolores that first admitted she was on these weight loss medications on Watch What Happens Live. She was the first housewife to admit it. So she says she's still on it, but now she's going back and forth. It was something like the side effects she had, the Zepbound, which is a name brand. The Ozempic was a known brand, the Mounjaro. She had horrific side effects of it. And she was kind of warning Jeff, which Jeff does not. Yeah, Jen Fessler has admitted it. Gosh, so many. I feel like have the East, North, South, East, sorry, has the West Coast ladies, have they admitted they're on? Or is it mostly, like, we know a lot of the New York girls, I mean, the glow ups they had, that was not, you know what I mean? For sure. Dolores and Polly, I mean, they're so cute already. Like, they did not need to lose weight, but they are so, so good. Oh, that's right. Beverly reminds me. Remember that Margaret Josephs was like, I'm seeing a doctor and I'm getting vitamins and other shots. Yep, she did. But now she totally admits that she's on it. Jill Zarin, yes. And her daughter, Ali Shapiro, admitted it. I have not seen an update on Teddy, Krista, except for yesterday this morning, Edwin posting and saying that that he said something like, all I'll say at this time is the surgery went great. Everything else will be yet to come. And I think they'll definitely be having radiation. So that is the update on Teddy Mellencamp and her brain tumor surgery that was very traumatic and not traumatic, sad. I mean, we're worried about her, right? Anyways, okay. But Dolores basically was like, I want to be anorexic. I mean, Jeff heard that. It was like, cue that for next week. That is definitely going to be in the intro. I mean, I can just see Jameson. Like, we need the video back so bad. I need to see Jameson going, I mean, he was like, no, I think we'll leave that one right there. And Jeff's like, no, we got to have that in the intro. I was like, you know what I mean? Wait, what? Who's being sued for $2 million? Yes, Erica Jane definitely said hormones. Bullshit. She's on a medication for sure. She's being sued for 2 years. I mean, $2 million. I don't know. Anyways, okay. What else? Did you see we can't have video anymore. Did you hear the little snarkiness between Jane and Jane Chef? Oh my God, I cannot get the right name. Oh my God, I'm literally combining both their names. Chef is Shane and Jeff. Chefs do. Jane is Jeff and Shane. I can't believe we haven't made a name of them yet. We need to make a name. It can't be chef. It can't be SHEFF because the chefs do. It can't. But I think it could be Jane, Jane, or even JHANE would be cute. What do y'all think? Like, I sort of love that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's awful. Sarah says Teddy is being sued for being racist to her housekeeper, allegedly. No idea. Yes, thank you. Lisa's over on TikTok and says, all my love and prayers for Teddy Mellencamp. Why aren't you on YouTube? We love you chatting with us on YouTube. Anyways, okay. So Jeff was chatting. They were talking about vacation. And this is true. This new generation, one of my daughters that is, well, I have two graduating college this year, but one of them's job, she's already offered a job last year, I know, because she's amazing. She already knows her new job has unlimited vacation. Basically, they have done research now that if you give people a set amount of time, like 10 days vacation, 5 days sick time, they'll take all of it, right? If you give them unlimited vacation, they're like, oh, they feel a little more free, a little more, independent and everything. They're not going to even use it all. So now they just give unlimited vacation. So I know that is what is going on in the corporate world. Now, Jeff's in a little bit different situation. He's not exactly a corporation, like able to offer all these benefits that other people do. Also, he's super hard worker and, kind of hires people around him that are like that also. But Shane's family does live out of state. So he does give him long weekends to take vacation to go visit them. But Jeff was like, Shane says something like, yeah, that's normal, 3 weeks vacation. And Jeff was like, yeah, but most 28-year-olds don't make the money you do. I mean, Shane got a little quiet on that one, right? I was like, don't be fighting again. Y'all like Jane? I like Jane too. But I like spelling it Jhane. So I love that. Oh, Rodney's got it clued in. Jade was sitting with Kelly Dodd at Chumpmas during the ruckus. My bet is on her that maybe Jade and Kelly have become friendly, and then she knows that she's been moaning to Kelly. Oh, okay. Jen Helen says it's actually called flex time off. Yeah, in other words, doesn't matter what it is. Sick time, mental health day, your child is sick, you want to go to, vacation, whatever, flex time. It actually saves the company money so they don't have to cash employees out when they have unused vacation when they leave. Yeah, for sure. They are always together. Ryan says, well, yeah. Ryan says, I'm sure Shane needs a vacation from Jeff. They're always together. I think it's okay. Oh, Jane merch incoming. Stacy, are you on Instagram? Stacy, who makes my Sarah from Texas merch, is on Instagram, or she was early. I don't know if she's still on. And I can't look up to see who all's on. Let's see. Anyways, yeah, I'll let her know. We need Jane merch. I love Jane, Jhane. Oh my gosh. Oh, use them. Yeah, if you're gonna lose them, Maria says, I work for a national retail company. I get 32 paid time off days and 6 holidays. Nothing to carry over. I use them or lose them. So that makes sense. Yeah. Sherry says, I'm always so curious how much Shane talks to the ones who preceded him, like Tyler and the naked one. I can't think of his name. Oh, the guy that would do the, I bet not at all. Is Tyler the one that like left all of a sudden and was like going across country to like live his life or something, kind of left last minute and Jeff was kind of mad? Is that assistant's name? I can't remember. That's the one I remember from the radio before Shane. I can't remember. I know Shane started March of 2020. That's all I remember is he started March of 2020. So it's coming up on 5 years for sure. Sarah says, any more news on the boys sharing a bedroom and why it's adjoining? Talk about Jeff being needy and control. They didn't talk about the hotel room situation at all today. I still don't understand. And somebody sent me a message saying like, basically, it's okay. It's okay that they're sharing a room. That's what companies do. And I'm like, no, Annie has her own room. Like, why wouldn't they put the 3 of them together? Like, none of them are interested in each other at all. Annie has a boyfriend. Shane has a boyfriend. Kian has a girlfriend. I mean, if he really wanted to save money, could have put them all three in a room together, right? Like even a 2-bedroom suite. Like, I don't understand. I get that it's $800 a night, but I don't want to be sharing a room at those ages. And I don't know. I just don't know. Ah, I love it. Darla says, your sweater has me craving pink cupcakes. Well, treat yourself to a pink cupcake, Darla. Yeah, Lincoln the Golden says, I traveled forever for work and I never had to share a room ever. But I've heard it both ways, but it's just with Jeff, he wouldn't want to be sharing a room. So why is he doing that now? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Cecily says, that's what Craig from Southern Charm said. He's a grown 30-year-old man and he doesn't need to share a room. Yeah. Sarah says, I've worked for companies that are charities with no money and not had to share a room. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Why y'all being so sweet today? Because it's Valentine's Day. Thank you. Oh, Kaki says, I mean, some companies actually ask employees to share and incentivize them to share. I mean, if somebody's cut me a little check, you know what I mean? I don't know if he made a mistake. Did he say he made a mistake or he just didn't correct it when they were downstairs? The way I see it says Shane stated that he made a mistake when booking the rooms. I mean, you don't really know what exact room you're getting when you book it. You just know you're booking this kind of room and this kind of room. So I think he would have normally, I think they should have asked down there, hey, can our rooms be a little more separate? You know what I mean? I don't know. Krista says, hit the like button, gang. Thank you so much for the reminders. Okay. Towards the end, they're talking about their relationship and how happy this is Dolores and Paul, how happy they are together. That they actually she's not actually pushing him to get engaged. Now, a few years ago, maybe it was just for Real Housewives of New Jersey. Maybe it was all the chatter in her brain and all of that, but she definitely seemed to be getting a lot of slack from people and the other housewives that he was still married. So yeah, Paul Connell is married. Now, clearly it's a separation situation. She might have moved on. He definitely moved on. There was no cheating involved in the marriage. So even though he's still legally married, he's publicly and openly been with Dolores. But he did give us a bombshell. His divorce is going to be finalized next week. So he is very happy about that. I don't think it was done much sooner because maybe his kids were young. Maybe it was a business deal because I think his wife runs part of the business that he does, this plumbing visit or whatever they do. I don't know. We are going to wrap it up very soon. If you have any questions or comments and you want to come on, here is the button to push. It's kind of like just coming on Instagram Live or TikTok. It just comes on. Wives on the Waves cruise is going to be Shannon Bedore. Now that Jen Aiden got her ass kicked to the curb. Teresa Giudice. She's a lot of fun. And Dolores. And I would go for Dolores. Dolores and Paul are super fun. They are super chatty to people. They even said they dealt with all the crap in the beginning, and she had lots of good advice to give Ty. Basically, look, don't read your DMs. Don't get on social media. It's not going to be good. People are going to make up absolute lies, and they're going to believe you. I mean, Jeff even brought up something he and I both been through and experienced, where he says people will DM somebody and say, oh my God, Jeff said this about you. And then that person calls or texts him and is like, oh my God, you said this about me. And he's like, no, did you go back and listen to the show? Same thing. I have things said all the time, I'm sure, to Jeff and Shane, because y'all send me the pictures in the nasty Facebook groups or the Reddit and say, oh my gosh, I told Jeff that Sarah said this. And I'm like, that's not even true. So you didn't listen to my show. Like, if you don't listen to the show, you can't make your own opinion about what was said. I have clearly been given or seen false information about one of the latest Heather McDonald Patreons that was about Jeff Lewis. When somebody gave me their login, their username and password to log in and listen to it, I was like, no, she didn't say that. I mean, it was an out and out lie. Like this little guideline this little summary that somebody so happily put up on Reddit. And I'm like, it was all lies. So then people don't even go listen and pay the Patreon to listen for themselves. And it was lies. So you have to listen to the content. People that don't, it can cause problems, and it can definitely cause problems with him and Ty, because Ty can eventually get tired of seeing and hearing all that nonsense. Oh, Jeff said this, Jeff said this, Jeff was here, making anything to piddle into their relationship. And a lot of people do that. It's really awesome. Yes, I believe it. Sarah says, Dolores seems like a really good woman, especially for a housewife. I think so too. I mean, she's been open about her ex, Frank Catania, about, how he cheated. They divorced when her kids were really little. But they've stayed, she was pretty much, the both parents for them because, he wasn't that great of a dad growing up, and now they're all really close. So I like that. Lisa says Traders is so much. No, it's not. No, it's not. Traders is so much better than Southern Hospitality, if you ask me, even though I've only seen the first 2 episodes. No Peacock over here. Yeah. Well, I watch Southern Hospitality on Bravo, but maybe, yeah. Yeah, she is really down to earth. Frank was a lawyer until he lost his law thing, right? Didn't he do something and he lost it? Yeah, he was. I agree. Michael Riley says she's a little too Switzerland when it becomes to like Marge or Teresa and the arguments. It's like she just wants everybody to whatever, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I hope not. Sherry says, so do we think the stalker, this baby reindeer that Jeff said, is the person who surprised Doug at the Hancock Park house? That stuff gets a little tricky because I feel like if it is something very serious, which Jeff alluded to today, I mean, calling someone baby reindeer is pretty serious. If you haven't seen that series on Netflix, it's insane, like insanity that this woman still denies. I'm like, girlfriend, you a nut job. But if you give them, if they did find out that this was a stalker and because they said she is in the Hancock Park house, yeah, that's terrifying. That's what I said at the beginning. What if she does know who Jeff is and she knows exactly what house she's in? Like, that's terrifying, right? Especially because he brings his daughter over there sometimes to look at the house, to look at her room with the mural in it and all the things. You know what I mean? Crazy. Wait, what? Michael says it'd be fun if the stalker was a homeless person. We can't say homeless anymore. Houseless. Wait, is unhoused. That's what it's called. Unhoused. Anyways. Okay. Well, we are going to wrap it up very soon. Unless you want to come on with a question or comment. Don't forget, we do have the Ask Me Anything on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. But you do have to be a subscriber. It is $4.99 a month. Cancel anytime. You get to go back and see all the 7 or 8 other Ask Me Anythings that we've had, and you get all the behind the scenes other comments to our stories, whatever. I think they stay up whenever you do that. So just hit the subscribe button on the front page of my Instagram if you want to. Take care of the toe. I know it's my little pinky and then the side foot. You know what I mean? So I have reminders, so many reminders. Anyways, well, I'm going to go take a big fat nap before we go to this movie. What is my movie called? Heart something. Heart. I wrote it down. Well, I bought all the tickets already, so I don't remember what the name of them. It's supposed to be like a funny, scary movie. I can handle that. And plus, it's Valentine's. I want to be with my Valentines, right? So, anyways, thank you so much for joining me live. It is so much more fun if you're listening as a replay. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you give me a 5-star rating review on the podcast. It's Sarah from Texas. Heart Eyes, that's the name of the movie. And the replays don't go up on TikTok or Instagram, but you can always go back and watch the whole episode on Sarah from Texas podcast on my YouTube channel. Have an amazing weekend. And for my Royal Chumpettes, I will see you Sunday evening on our Ask Me Anything. Bye, y'all. Have an amazing Valentine's. I can't even say my words right today.